I be able to continue playing this entire game with my left hand? Oh my god, phone. I literally just connected you to the freaking outlet. Don't die on me now when I need you the most. And hello there, Riley. Welcome back to Max Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm your host. I'm Kieran. On the previous episode, we have ascended, found ourselves at the final leg of Edgeworth's investigation. At the final moment, just when we thought hope was gone for our friend Edgy, Larry emerges from the shadows, willing to save them, willing to give his testimony to make a difference. And so we return in the middle of action.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse, though.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse, much worse than this. Much worse than this.
Maya, were you reading my mind? Anyhow, you're right. Okay. Your Honor, have you ever noticed how large my hands are in comparison to my head? It's almost like I was given Yahweh proportions. If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Yeah, I mean, this is America, I mean, Japan, I mean, Los Angeles. Rules are just kind of there for guidelines, really. You know, I've always wanted just to overturn a verdict just for the hell of it. Allow me to speak my opinion, alright? I know everybody out there thinks that Mackie's the best love life wife, but you know what? Rin gets no love. Rin is probably one of the loveliest waifus in... Oh, wait a minute. This is about the trial, isn't it? Whoops. I mean, in all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, I press next and the guilty, like, words come out? Like, he's taking them back? No, alright. The most legal back down.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
Of what?
Say what? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. I call dibs on the...
What is that freaking thing called in English? What is that thing called? The thing where someone pushes you in the back and you like swing. The swings? Are they called the swings? Did I just discover the natural name behind that thing? I'm not American, I don't know those things. I didn't grow up with swings.
I call dibs on the swings.
Because you said the word recess, get it? Anyways.
After that, we will hear this new witness who may or may not seal the doom of Edgeworth. Court is adjourned.
December 27, half an hour later, the defendant lobby numero dos. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that. Edgy?
I have seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Hopefully nothing stupid.
Larry was at that lake that night? Larry was, yeah.
Apparently so. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Apparently. Say, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something right, Edgeworth. JoJo voice.
Yeah, well, a lot of things, really. A lot comes out of this yapper. Easy him out of it. What's wrong? With like a back massage, a back rub? When I go out on a date, I mean.
It's nothing.
Huh?
Okay, real talk. When someone says it's nothing, it's never nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
And what is that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. Well. When he fell into the Jojo voice. When he fell into the lake, I went into a sort of daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. I mean, I can't never think straight. But anyhow, then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
Are you implying that the guy shot himself with his own gun? Because then you can tell when, like, someone shoots themselves with their own gun. Forensics can, point that stuff out, I think. Right? The angle of the gun, right? Because there are angles you just can't do. I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance? To run away? Elope?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't talked.
Take two.
He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
Are you trying to tell me that Larry's meaningful to the plot? I mean, like, more meaningful than he already is. Holy crap, it's true. The fact that it's Larry means that they actually have a chance.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything depends on Larry now. December 27 at 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. All right.
The court is back in session. Why did I suddenly have a German accent? Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw that night. On the night of the 24th, that is, of course. Right. Leave it to me, Larry Butts.
Please, Larry. Don't fuck with us, Larry. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance.
This is actually beautiful. This is delightful. The fact that Larry is the last... this is our last escape. Our last hope.
When Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
Witness testimony! The night of the murder.
That night, I was on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the central shop
dock. What if it was Butts who was like, I can't believe he's dead? He being the Steel Samurai.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then I was just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake and I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I ran all the way home. This little piggy went home. This little piggy was Larry Butts, and he surely didn't stick around. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this crappy-ass court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you must begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Max's favorite part of this game.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous.
Well, we have come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Cross-examination! So, that night I was out on a boat in the lake. Why were you?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin, Your Honor.
Oh,
First of all, what time was it?
it was after 11 p.m. When I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
Yeah, I actually always like when it leads directly to the next one.
Looking for something?
Yeah. Totally looking for something.
You know what, dear viewer? Give me like 2 seconds, I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. I had to do 2 things. First, check that my laptop's battery is not dying, which is not, thankfully. We have enough time to finish this episode. I also wanted to make sure that I did a save state to make sure that in the case that my computer was to die, I wouldn't have to, do the entirety of today's recording. Anyhow,
Yeah. Mr. Butt, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if that was the truth.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock.
Around what time was that?
Let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang.
so there's one more after this.
Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked.
I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Am I helping Von Karma right now?
Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Whoa, slow down there, Chief. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Listen, I don't know what I saw. It might have even been a boat.
Oh. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
Huh. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home like the little coward I am.
So, you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I would rate it 5 out of 10. I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
That night I was,
Oh, crap. What are the contradictions? Do I have anything? You know what? I can actually switch to my dominant hand for like 2 seconds while we get this done. Can I? Pff. You were looking for something, but you found it. So I guess we must assume that like this is irrelevant. We can't do. He was hunting for this Gertie. Maybe this is it though, because like he just like patched that up when like it doesn't actually make sense. I have 5 strikes. I'm willing to just go a little bit crazy, but let's just push forward one more time. And then he went home. Well, Nick? No, you know what? Did you actually go home after you heard that first gunshot? Because when you said that single gunshot, so how did you know there were more than one?
So you only heard one bang, correct?
yeah.
Huh.
Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! One of the bangs was freaking the... Wasn't one of the bangs? The freaking air canister thingy on his freaking Steel Samurai thing? Also, he's sweating, which I must assume means that, you know, there's something bad here. Alright, let's get this stuff. There were 3 bangs. I should have known that the instant that happened. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We totally got this. We totally got this. Alright. So, what are the contradictions? If he had gone back to that, he would have seen the boat, actually. When do I get to present the parrot, though? When do I get to present the parrot? That is the important question right now. How about... Oh! I did it! I did it! I did it!
Oh, wait a second, Larry.
What? Yeah, because Lord, I heard 2 shouts. Two shots.
You only heard one bang. Are you sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs.
That should be single quotation, technically speaking, seeing as how this entire thing is dialogue, which would be under double quotations. Anyways.
And the old man just now said the exact same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening, Larry? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me recently, you know? I am a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So, you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Larry, that's not how it works. People could go to prison, even die.
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Huh. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure anymore.
This is exactly the reason why, witness testimony means nothing in court. Yo, you know that person who, mugged you? What, did they have a gun? Yeah, actually they didn't have a gun. Just imagine that to be that way. Witness testimony is actually complete... I don't want to say garbage, because I'm not a lawyer. Go ask Mango for that.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot, you know. I was, listening to something else, you know.
Something else?
My radio, dude, on my headphones, you know. I need my NSYNC to get down to work, you know.
What? I really thought you were more of a Backstreet Boys kind of guy.
Order, and stop that booing. Backstreet Boys is entirely okay. Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Oh yeah, this game takes place in 2016, except that game came out in 2001, so kind of technically speaking, someone replied to one of my tweets. Ah, they're so sweet. Technically speaking, like, we should all have iPhones, but technically speaking, like, it didn't exist back then, so I guess the creators of this game thought we would still actually have, like, radios, which is a little bit awkward, but anyhow. Here, Mr. Von Karma, do you have an opinion on this? Waste of time. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
I wonder. Because I'm sitting here like, if we don't continue, what's gonna happen? Are we just gonna be like, well, you know what? I guess it's over. We did say, the game told us that Larry is our last choice. Or last hope.
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his shoddy, completely nearless useless testimony.
Bah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost, said the lawyer who has basically lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me, Judge Man.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. Larry, I love you, man. But you gotta stop.
I recently tweeted this or replied to this image on Twitter, because apparently in Akihabara, in Japan, you know that one place where all the nerds hang out, they have like themed cafes, and they were gonna have like a Phoenix Wright cafe, and drinks for every character. And Larry Butts' drink is literally like a glass of orange juice, and I'm sitting here like, yup, this is legit. You know why? Larry Butts is the kind of guy who would walk into a fancy cafe and would just be like, could I just get a glass of OJ, please? I gotta start my mornings right, you know? It's... It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve, you know? When your girlfriend's Beyonce, you know, it's hard to, you know, find holidays together. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, you see? I was requesting all the NSYNC I could possibly want. I was listening to it really booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high vol- Oh, why do I feel like this is a game over screen? At a high volume? What's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country of Japan? I mean, United States? I mean, Los Angeles?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beating from the radio. True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony, and I have heard him testify before.
Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me, but DJ? Well, here's not my favorite, Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Or, was that Alpha 3 or Third Strike? Not Third Strike. God damn it, I'm getting my freaking Street Fighters mixed up. Is DJ from Third Strike? You know what? Don't answer that question.
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, unless it's K. Billy's super sweet sounds of the 70s, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake.
I was literally pointing with my hand. I'm the biggest nerd.
I would like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. This is my life. These have been my choices. This is the story of a real Los Angeles detective / lawyer / father of 2.
I'm counting Larry as one of his kids. What Larry heard.
It's lonely. It's low.
That was like 2 voices at once.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
Why were you alone?
So, you turned on the radio.
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You wouldn't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone.
I shouldn't have said anything.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. See?
Oh man. I'm getting that feel right now where I'm in the middle of recording and I'm like, am I recording right now? Give me a second, I'll be right back. And we're back, sorry about that. The issue with recording Phoenix Wright is that I have to have my screen all in full screen, so that the DS screens don't get like out of whack and they're not the same size. So it means that I can't see my preview window, which means that I can't see like if I'm still recording. It's terrifying. Anyways, I'm back.
That's why I was listening to an all-request radio, you see? Would you mind playing that one really favorite song of mine, Anaconda? It really lifts my spirits, you know. It really resonates with me.
Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know, really. I don't want to know about his crappy musical tastes,
said the judge, who's listening to Love Life right now.
Snowhalation, that's my jam. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it real booming loud like.
Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Are you sure?
Can you prove that? No, of course you cannot.
No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment very clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear. Okay, that was actually a good line. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
This is literally the most hilarious thing ever. They're all just like, well, I guess we are at the whims of Larry.
I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
What did he say? Where's my freaking mouse pointer? There it is!
Mr. White, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? What possible good could it do us to know what the radio DJ said? Sometimes moving the sentence around can make it more clear and more easily readable for the reader. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point.
Maybe not! What if it's like he was talking about a particular time? We can get the DJ, get his point of view. I don't know. Or her point of view. Or their point of view.
I will allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
I love that it's not like a reason why it's important.
It's a reason why we should even give a damn about those Larry parts.
We don't care. We should care, Your Honor.
We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
I'm about to get a strike, aren't I?
Why?
Yeah, well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Very well then. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when he said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. All right. When were the guns fired? It couldn't have been that because this shot happened at 12:15, excuse me. Pressing that to the ends of time.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Huh. Maybe when Carmen was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. And Larry has been on this podium like 3 times already. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we can get to the bottom of what happened.
That was it. We got it. The shot was at 12:15. Okay. I got it. When she said, "I'm gonna present to you this photograph saying that the shot happened at 12:15. Yeah, the song changed. Yeah.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor. Apparently I forgot to turn the timer on. No, I didn't. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas, sir. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera.
12:25. 15 in the morning. 50 minutes after midnight. On Christmas Day, no less.
There is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Oh my god, those speed lines behind them are it looks like Phoenix is about to do like a freaking finisher move.
Order! What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says she heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. He is clearly an idiot. Just look at them, suspicious. Hey, what?
He's not wrong, everybody. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Oh god, excuse this Okay, what I hate about doing the judge's voice is that I have to twist my yaw down. Like, imagine a frown. Imagine me doing a frown. I mean, actually, You can just go back to previous episodes and see me do the judge's voice. Like, I twist my mouth downwards and my jaw, like, extends down, which makes me want to yawn, and I just yawn, like, the entire time I'm doing the judge's voice. So if you haven't heard me pulling out a tissue just to dry all these tears.
Before midnight.
Okay, clearly. I mean, we know this is true, but if you can't get lucky unless you say yes.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Huh. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Oh! There is a photo! It's a second lake photo! It's just an empty lake! Taken automatically on the day before! Yeah!
Look at this photograph, Von Karma. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 11:50 p.m. Look at this filter. It's downright beautiful. Instagram's got nothing on this shit.
Oh, yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Uh-huh.
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she too was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 15-minute pause between them.
The gun says that it was fired 3 times, you guys.
Why would this be?
Do not be fooled, George. Murder weapon, 22 caliber. By the way, a 22 caliber is nothing. You can completely survive that. I'm not saying I want to get shot with a 22 caliber, but if I had to pick between that and a 9mm or a freaking 45 cal, I'll take the 22. Fired 3 times right there.
Do not be fooled, George. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why? The witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear as a whistle. Whistle, whistle. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now.
Oh, that is the most somber line.
Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It was fired 3 times. I feel like... kinda... It has to be the pistol, right? It was fired 3 times. That would actually make everything work. That's not it. Darn it!
This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about the pistol was bothering me, Your Honor.
Oh, wait. Are we in?
Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. I'm a freaking genius. Then was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! That would make sense of the evidence we have seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. But if this is true, there were 2 separate gunshots, separated. There were 2 sets. Oh my god, my dyslexia. There were 2 sets of gunshots, separated only by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I've got it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the steel samurai?
Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya!
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never ever turn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. I'm gonna put on my jogging shoes and my jogging shorts. I'm gonna take out my iPhone and my headphones. I'm gonna go run with it.
Right. Is this safe? I love this sprite. She's just like done with high school. That's what that face is. This is my face. This is my face. I'm learning high school, but this is my face.
Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
I'm pretty sure Edgy wouldn't like to hear that.
Anyhow, you just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor, let me take a sip of this tea. Refreshing.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you have finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the fact. At the time of the murder, 1 man was on that lake. 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. It is simple mathematics. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Any other possibility?
Well, yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15 in the morning, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
What the actual... What do you mean by this, Mr. White? Have you gone mad? Explain who this is sitting on the boat.
The timer went off, by the way, but do I wanna leave it here? Do I wanna leave it right here? Oh man, best cliffhanger ever! For the time being, I wanna thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. And we will find out where this takes us on the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.